So I'm not exactly breaking news here, but I might as well say it anyway. 76ers suck. And I know it's intentional, they've been running the tank job for a few seasons now, but they gotta turn it around at some point. I mean, the bad definitely outweighs the good on this roster, but there's still Jahlil Okafor, who's probably gonna average over 20 points per game for a good chunk of his career. He's gonna probably make an all-star team. He's got some nice hair as well. Speaking of nice hair, the flat top Nerlens Noel will satisfy all your defensive needs. And Ish Smith, I don't know if he can score, but he can throw a pass or two. Besides that, they're pretty damn bad, as their record would show. But in turn for being so bad, they also just recently acquired the #1 pick in the draft, so hopefully they can get a star player to make this thing a little better for them. And they have a choice between Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram, and I'll probably do a video on both of these guys because I want some views. But for today, we're just going to be looking at Ben Simmons. What if the Philadelphia 76ers drafted Ben Simmons with the #1 overall pick? How does 2K think they would fare? And the only real concerns with Simmons' NBA career is his jump shot and his apparent stage fright, but he should be okay. The question is, how would he cater to the 76ers roster? I think he could have a really good pick and roll with Nerlens Noel, but some other guys, for one, Ish Smith, I don't think Ish would have the ball in his hands as much, and he's not really an effective off-ball player. Jahlil Okafor, he might have to take a few more mid-range jumpers, which he hasn't really shown the ability to do. Now, granted, he's only a rookie, but perhaps Joel Embiid would be the better center next to Ben Simmons because he seems to have the ability to stretch out the floor and things like that. But at the same time, we haven't seen him play, so we really have no frickin' clue. But how would Ben Simmons fare with the 76ers? Would he be able to carry him up to something great, or perhaps the dumpster fire is just too damn lit at this point? Well, here's your roster. Not many changes because I don't know what the hell the Sixers are going to do in real life, so I might as well not make any drastic adjustments. And if we look at Ben Simmons' attributes, I think this is probably the closest you can get in terms of what he's supposed to be, which is a tall, athletic point forward who has already shown some real gifts in terms of passing the ball, but of course can't shoot worth a lick at this point, and not a bad defensive player, but given his size and athleticism, you'd think he'd be a little bit better in that area, but he can improve. So early on, can Simmons just immediately pull a Magic Johnson and turn him into a 60-something win team? I mean, it's not bad. Usually this far, they're like 2 and whatever the hell, 25 or something, so it's okay at the moment. And there's actually a few W's coming up. Oh, look at this, a little winning streak. Oh man, the fans of Philadelphia love Ben Simmons. They have to after this, right? They're also looking for just anything to cheer for when it comes to this basketball team. But the end of the season didn't fare as well, as you saw nowhere close to the postseason. Simmons, the points and the rebounds were there, although his assists were stolen by TJ McConnell as well as Isaiah Briscoe. So maybe I'll have to trade them. But remember, they're of course going to get other draft picks in the process of doing this. The #1 once again, this time we select Dennis Smith because the guard position is really where they need to improve at this point. According to 2K, Dennis Smith is a god. Who knows if he's really that good? We'll find out a year from now. But now, how does Ben Simmons fare with a brand new point guard who can probably put the ball in the basket pretty decent as opposed to Ish Smith? Oh, look at this, above 500? When was the last time the Sixers were just like winning games? I mean, we're in the middle of the conference right now, but hold on. The L's are beginning to show up. This is not a good sign because just having that Sixers logo nowadays, it's just, you just think it's going to go bad really damn quick, and it kind of is. Looked really promising mid-year, and now not making the postseason once again, but you know what, that's okay, alright? Dennis Smith was a rookie. I think you give him 1 season of maturation, as well as just the rest of the team. I mean, Isaiah Briscoe, a talented, versatile shooting guard who I have no idea if he's ever going to end up on the Sixers, but he's here right now. Ben Simmons, of course, being the mayor of Philadelphia. And then when we look at the improvement in the front court, Jahlil Okafor still backing guys down. Hey, look, Joel Embiid's on the Nets. That's actually a complete coincidence. And then Nerlens Noel, who hopefully is in real life will have developed some sort of offense at this point. Let's see if this roster can make one run at the postseason, because what is this, the 3rd year into this? Well, they're still losing. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying with this roster to turn them into something. I don't expect a championship, but at least be decent? Well, let's hold on, because the team last season, they really fell apart around this time, but this year, look at that win streak, my goodness. Like comfortably above 500 at this point. This is pretty damn good, I'd say. Well, then again, they had some losses to end the season, 42-40. Ben Simmons definitely improved, but once again, the assists, what the hell, man? This guy's supposed to be a great passer. Well, Dennis Smith and Briscoe once again stealing all of those. So they made the postseason, took them 3 years. By the way, I controlled every single team, so I'm going to spam A like a million times here. Don't freak out, but the Sixers got eliminated in the first round. So according to 2K, if we fast forward 3 years with Ben Simmons, it's going to be alright. Hopefully the Sixers don't blow this up somehow. Anyway, I'm done.